but his name is Melchizedek, and he believes in God. That's how come this humanoid alien was able to bless God. And this also gives reference to the kind of relationship that even the other beings that God has created in Heaven Galaxy, the relationship that we'll have with them in future. Now, I might be wondering, what kind of humanoid aliens will exist? Would they be like Melchizedek? Well, a little lower than the level of Melchizedek in terms of rankings of different humanoid aliens that are in Heaven Galaxy. So, another humanoid alien is angels. Angels are humanoid aliens. Apart from Melchizedek, angels are much more of a lower ranking of humanoid aliens, because these are actually species that are considered as servant species. That's why it is written all over in the Bible that they are our servants. So these are human-looking aliens that come from Heaven Galaxy. They look so much like us. In all the places that they have appeared in the Bible, they look so much like human beings. That's why they are the level 5 to 6 aliens that I've classified, looking so much like humans and the human features, but the things that they're saying is very, very, very alienistic and unnatural to the human ways of the planet, and even to the things that are around this planet Earth, for example, nature, and even in terms of capability. That's why even concerning these humanoid aliens, another unique thing about humanoid aliens is that there are some unique things in their DNA that are expressed continuously. And there are even times that this expression is actually on will, meaning that this is a kind of ability that is encrypted in their unique DNA. That is how come it's being expressed based on their will. So it's a kind of neurokinetic mechanism. Neurokinetic meaning that it's controlled by their mind. So they can control this power. Power which is the wings, for example. Angels are always associated with wings. Now you see, they look so much like humans, but an alienistic feature about them is the wings, because no human being have wings. It's only these angels that have wings. That's why you see that's an alienistic thing about them. And it's not every time that their wings are all out. There are times that their wings is inside of them. Now this shows that their genetic structure, the data in their genetic structure, is very similar to our own data sequence, except there are some alienistic features, including the wings. One of the most primary data sequence and even data inputs is the wings. The wings are for much more advanced mobility. Now there's something called biological mobility, which is something that every living being, a unique thing that makes the living being to have any kind of advantage that has to do with movement, primarily movement. That is why the basic human mobility is the hands to collect things and the legs for movement, step by step. Now there are different classes of the movement. For example, these humanoid aliens, their own higher version of mobility in terms of movement is not just legs to walk, but also wings to fly. So it's a higher form of mobility. And there are even other classes of angels that have more than 2 pair of wings. They have other wings, plenty wings. There are 6. There are even so many numbers that are even yet to be put. That's why even Abraham, Melchizedek was not the only alien, humanoid alien that he encountered. There is also the 3 men that visited him before Isaac was born. That's why you see there was something about those 3 men that he saw. One of them being angels, either 1 or 2 of them being angel, and 1 of them being God himself in the flesh. But going back to what I was saying, they look so much like humans. The hands, the skin color, they're even wearing human clothes. But he sensed that there was this, unique thing about them, this alienistic, otherworldly thing about them. That's why he sensed that this must be the people from Heaven Galaxy. That's why he called them to come. So a proof that angels, which are humanoid aliens, are more than just spirit beings, a to prove that they're actually more physical than we ever thought. Now, there's a difference between, appearing in physical form for a specific task here on Earth, and there is the actual truth that apart from their energy form, which we always call spirit, because spirit is actually physical energy that is beyond our visible spectrum. But going back to what I was saying, they're actually more physical than we realize. And in fact, angels are advanced physical biological beings. Now I'm wondering, how are they physical? How is it that we're not seeing them? Now the thing is, there are two things about this kind of humanoid aliens. They can appear in energy form and they can appear in biological form. And they appear more in biological form than we realize. And it's not every time that they appear in biological form that it has to be very, very, very human in nature. That's why there are kinds of angels that, yes, they're in biological form, but they don't even look like humans. And there are even other times that they appear in energy form and they still don't look like humans. For example, in Isaiah chapter 6, you can read it to find out. And even in other places in the Bible, you see these unique creatures that are also called angels. They're even given a unique kind of angel name because, angel is an identity. The actual names for these angels. But there's even a different classification of a different kind of angel, like the seraphims and also the cherubims. But going back to what I was saying, another proof that they are more physical and much more biological in terms of expression and form than we realize is the place about the three men that visited Abraham. These three men, they weren't spirits. Because if they were spirits, how is it that Abraham gave them human food and they were able to eat it? Now this shows about their DNA similarity with ours. Okay, fine. We all accept that they can appear in physical form, but what about eating human food? If they're just spirits that just decided to come in, biological form, they will not be able to eat our food. But it's to show that they can appear in biological form at will and look very, very human and not having human flesh, but their own alien flesh, which is very, very human in nature. That's how come they were able to eat our food, to show the speed of their genetic evolution that is much more fast compared to our own. That's why I see they were able to eat human food and they did not die, they did not start choking. They were able to eat it, and after that, they delivered the word that they already received from God. They already carried out the task. So there are a lot of places that talk about humanoid aliens in the Bible. Yes, that's why I see, even going back to Melchizedek, Melchizedek was, considered as a type of Christ. And he had a lot of strong, relationship with, Christ and him coming down the flesh to die for our sins. So even about that, the reason why they're saying that Melchizedek is related to Yeshua is not just in terms of their identity and who the things that they did in their time, and even so many other things. It's not just about all those other things, but also the fact that concerning DNA and concerning classification, biological classification, there are strong similarities between Melchizedek and Yeshua. Because Melchizedek is a humanoid alien and Yeshua is an alien hybrid. He is one of the alien hybrids in the Bible. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell for notification.